What's going on, guys? It's your boy Almighty back, and I've got, honestly some pretty bad content for you here. So in this duel, it's just a fun little duel between me and a buddy of mine. I win the die roll, which is nice, but I actually lose, the game because the deck just decided to brick. So I'm playing pure NEOS as usual. He's playing Blackwings. Homeboy got out of the game for a bit and now he's back, the new support or whatever. I personally don't know what's in it because I do not care about Blackwings at all. But here you can see that I'm like hesitating because after I play this card I basically can't play anything else. It's like the Red Eyes fusion of the deck, and that should give it away. Yes, it's NEOS fusion, so I'm about to NEOS fuse, and then I'm just gonna lose the game. It's like, to be honest, I kind of want to just like delete this little clip because Homeboy's about to combo for like 10 minutes just to OTK me, and that's not going to be ice. But you know what? We need content. I'm sure y'all want to see me lose as well because this deck ain't perfect by any means. Hell, I doubt it's even good. But here you go. I sent NEOS and Crosskeeper out for Brave, just so I can use Crosskeeper's effect to try to draw something that might help me. Now, in my defense, if I summoned Brave in defense, I might have been able to live to see another turn. But I didn't. I put it into attack. But I learned my lesson, so next time he'll be coming out in defense. Because, I forgot just what Homeboy could do. But yeah, like at that point you can see, like, I pass, right? There's really nothing else for me to do. I may have a Spirit of NEOS in hand, but that doesn't help because what you're about to witness right now is absolutely atrocious. So yeah, Homeboy's taking his time, whatever, but if you guys have ever played against Blackwings before, you'll know that Black Whirlwind is a ridiculously good card. And he doesn't have one, he doesn't have two. No, he's gonna get 3 of them. And you'll see in just a second. So he's using, I think, Simoon's effect.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Banishing something to set it up. Yeah, so as you can see at this point, there's really... I should have just conceded here. There's no way Homeboy resolves 3 Whirlwinds and loses. But I'll try to walk you through what happened. So he's going to search out for some of his birds, which... I guess I can respect them. It's better than Flunder, let's be honest. So Gale, some of the others, I don't really care about the others. Gale's always been the biggest problem because like when that thing summoned, it halves the attack of something, right? So like already I'm thinking, wow, that's nice. This monster that I put up isn't really protecting me. And like it was at that moment when I kind of knew, like, oh yeah, definitely should have put in defense.
Where does that trigger from?
And then I wanted to concede at this point because I knew, like, yeah, we're not getting out of this. But getting the duel is kind of good for the content.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now he's kind of joking around. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do Chainlink 1, the Whirlwind, Chainlink 2 Bird, Chainlink 3 the other Whirlwind, Chainlink 4 the other Whirlwind, and then we're resolving it as if it makes a difference. But it doesn't. It doesn't. But here we are anyway. So now Homeboy's just doing his searches. He's gonna be searching and searching and searching. And if I had Droll, yeah, I suppose I could have Drolled, and that might have done something, but I'm not too sure how that works. And the thing about most of the Blackwing cards is like they can just special themselves, right, from hand. And technically, if I'm remembering correctly, they're not even like trigger effects, so you can't chain to their summonings. At least I don't believe they can. And it looks like he's banished a Bora off the Simoon. But yeah, now this guy's gonna go for his whole like Raid Raptor combo thing. In this case, he went into full Armor Master first, so he's synced out. But yeah, so when we play, he drops Ultimate Falcon on me sometimes, and like that's basically a towers. I for the longest time I had no idea how to deal with it. But then it's like, oh, you can just punch over it, which is like very nice because, you know, at least you have strong cards, I guess. But yeah, so this is Y-Strix. Y-Strix is gonna let him search for a level 4 Wing Beast, I think. Something like that. Honestly, at some point, I've probably seen this brother play so many times. You'd think that I'd know what was going on, but honestly, at this point, I'm kind of just, it summons it, even better. But yeah, at this point, I'm just sitting there like, I'm thinking that I'm gonna lose, right? Because I was thinking in this moment right here, because Armor Master has the effect that, you know, if it puts a wedge counter on a thing, you can steal things with wedge counters on them. So I know that I've got Spirit of Neos in hand. So I'm thinking, if I Spirit of Neos, activate effect to search, and he Armor Masters to put a wedge counter on, can he steal it in the damage that, or I mean in the battle phase? And turns out the answer is no, but you're gonna see in a few minutes like that does not even matter. But that was like something that I was thinking about, because like, oh, if I do put the Spirit of Neos on the field and I don't search, then Armor Master won't put the counter on it, you know. But that's gonna be irrelevant, and you'll see that in a second. Oh, he used one of the birds to bring back the banished Bora. Then he overlays for another one of his Raid Raptors. This one, I think he's gonna search for Strangulanius, the other Raid Raptor, and then Y-Strix also has a trigger where if a Raid Raptor uses its effect when it's, you know, in a zone that the card points to, it I think it searches as well, or something like that. But yeah, as you can see, Homeboy's just gonna go off. I think it searches for a rank up. Yeah, there it is, which he just set. And then the card that he just searched, it can summon itself as well, as long as he controls, I think, a dark monster, something like that. But yeah. Now the board he's gonna put up is gonna be very, very impressive. But in my defense, if I chose to go second, actually, you know what? We'll save that excitement for later, because you guys are gonna see that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what it is with this deck. Like, sometimes I have a lot of fun playing it. Don't get me wrong. It's like tons of fun. And then other times you have situations like this where you can't play. Right? You're holding on to one card that's like acceptable. And that's not cool. Now, I did make changes to the deck. I thought Covert Contact, while it is a bad card, at least I think it's not a good card, I just have so much fun like trying to resolve that card. So yes, I've put that into the deck, unironically. And then Engage Neospace as well, which honestly, I don't think is that good of a card, like, just being honest. Because I'm using Infernal Devicer to get the searches for the Cosmo, right? But if I use Engage Neospace, then it locks me out of links. Like, it pre-locks me to fusions. So I'm, you know, a little disappointed with that card, but could be worse. But I decided to actually put that in with the Covert Contacts, because now if I play more Neospatians, then I don't need to rely on Devicer anymore, and then I can take Devicer out and maybe tech something else in. But we'll see. In this case, he's now overlaid into Arsenal Falcon, which, if that thing leaves the field for any reason, I believe it's either for any reason or because of one of my card effects, he can just go into Ultimate Falcon on top of that. And Ultimate Falcon is basically like Cosmo, right? You can't activate cards or effects after. However, like Cosmo, you can still activate stuff from hand and or grave. So yeah, now you can see that I'm actually picking up the Armor Master, and I'm going to ask about that effect. Because if it's a quick effect to steal things with wedge counters on it, then it's definitely like time for me to concede here. But I realized that it's not. You know, we have that little conversation, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to take a decent amount of damage, but I can survive until next turn. Like, I was putting everything onto the Spirit of Neos that I'm holding in my hand. Turns out it didn't matter. Yeah, the glare is terrible. He's going for Bardiche, I think. For the Phantom Knight thing, you know, you send boots, you get either rank up or the trap card. The name escapes me, but it's largely irrelevant.
Control.
So let's see.
Phantom Knight summon.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Bardiche, boots, pop. Or at least I think it's supposed to get popped.
By controller does.
Then yeah, you just drop the Raid Raptor card. And now those Raid Raptor cards, like that one that he just dropped, the Strangle NEOS, I think, has two effects. One which just lets him drop it, and the other one which I believe functions as a search. So there's that. This brother and his combos, man, he just combos for days. And you know, as like a hero player, I get it. You know, we combo for some time as well. We can combo for a long time. But you know, I'm fine with me spending 10 years to combo because it's like, oh cool, I'm the one comboing, I'm the one who's gonna win. I don't appreciate being on the other end of it. And I mean, the only thing I'm holding here is a brave NEOS on field and a spirited NEOS in hand. It was atrocious. I like that word, you know, atrocious. Don't know why, it just sounds nice. But this whole time I'm just thinking like my biggest problem was the Armor Master. And that was all I thought I had to worry about. Because as long as, you know, it's like, oh cool, as long as Spirited NEOS hits the field.
But you can't do this during my turn, right?
You're good. Don't have to worry too much. It's all good. I was so wrong. I was wrong. You know what? And I am willing to accept that. I was wrong. I was mistaken. Armor Master wasn't even the biggest problem. But yeah, and then I'm taking a look at the Raid Raptor card as well, because every time Homeboy flips Ulti Falcon on me, I basically concede. Because in Heroes, I don't really have an out to Ulti Falcon. Right? Plasma does nothing. DPE doesn't do anything. The only thing that I could do is Bane. Right? And I have to use Bane to blow things up, to up Bane's attack, or like Bane with Honest NEOS on top. But Ulti Falcon can also reduce the attack of all monsters by 1,000, so it'll take some time, but like Bane would be my biggest solution. But yeah, now he goes into that dragon, right? It's like the Rebellion XZ dragon or whatever. And that thing gains the attack, the combined attack of all monsters on board. And yeah, that's like, oh, that's nice. So like, even if I Spirited NEOS, it wouldn't have mattered. Now the plus side is he doesn't really have anything with piercing. So if I did put the Brave in defense, and then, you know, you go for Spirited NEOS, you might have lived to see a turn. Unfortunately, I don't play Dark Ruler no more in this deck. But honestly, like, I could have probably gotten into Ab-Zero blow up the board, he'll put Ulti Falcon down, and then I go into Shining. Like, it would have been playable at the very least. Like, I wouldn't have just died, you know, wouldn't have just gotten OTK'd. But I did get OTK'd, and you're about to see that. Yeah, see, this would be nice if we had like AR glasses that would just do all the math for us. But unfortunately, we're Yu-Gi-Oh players and we struggle doing math. We struggle reading too. You know, these skills do not come easy. But here we are, we're gonna start doing the math, gonna try to figure out, am I dead? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Don't get your hopes up. I know you want to root for me, but my plot armor was weak. My plot armor was weak here, okay? That thing's got like over 12k attack, hitting over like this 10k monster. Yeah, no, I'm finished here. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're just counting right now, trying to figure it out.
Oh, that's 21.
And because it gains the original attack of the creature as well, so So even though Gale halved my Brave Neos, it didn't matter. But as you can see, like right here, I'm like, yep, cool. Let's go game 2. We're done with that. So, you know, I lost in the first game, but on the plus side now, you know, I can decide, ooh, am I going first or second? And I decided to take first again. I think what I should like start doing is alternating between going first and second, because like lately I've just been taking first, right? Because the entire goal of the deck, Cosmo Neos, that's it, right? Like turn skip your opponent. Doesn't work. Doesn't work sometimes. But we'll see. We'll see what we come up with this time. Anyway, so this is kind of funny because it seems the same situation happened before. So, like I said, I did learn my lesson, right? So this time I Neos Fusion, I sent Neos and Shadow Mist out. And I decided to bring the Brave Neos out in defense mode because even though he's going to put up like bodies, he doesn't have piercing damage. So I'm like, you know what, that's not the worst thing in the world. So Brave Neos hits the board, I get the Shadow Mist trigger, and I add Spirit to hand. And wow, I had no idea that this is how game 2 went. Game 1 was an abject failure, simply because I put the Brave Neos in attack mode. This time we put it in defense mode, and you know what? Let's see if it makes a difference. Yeah, mate. I expect Homeboy to do some long combo kind of garbage again. So let's see.
Yeah. Special? Sure.
But I expect him to drop Gale as well. Oh no, he didn't?
If I
Okay.
control a dark, I can special summon.
So what, now he's by synchro summoning?
Repeat the last game. Drop
Nope.
it.
Okay, so he's linking. Okay, so this is funny because the one card that I have that was supposed to help is the EV on the Y-Strix, because Y-Strix is gonna allow him to go off. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't know if it was this one or... Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so in one of our games, I tried to EV his Y-Strix, and Homeboy just flips Called by the Grave on me, and it's like, thanks, bro. That's nice. Like, that's nice. But it's a one of, you know, he had it. He was a better duelist.
One card man?
So that's nice. It's not nice. Very obviously, it's not nice. I am not happy with what has happened, you know, to my duelist career. But you live and you learn. At least I hope I learn. But yeah, anyway, let's get a more positive and upbeat attitude. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fake being positive when honestly it's been rough. I wish I was better at this game. Wow, okay, I guess Homeboy just had the card in his hand anyway. But like stopping the Y-Strix from going off was actually very, very important. Like that thing is too strong. I don't like it. And you know, we got to talking a little bit after, and he's like, yeah, that was definitely the play. Now, the other Raid Raptor card gets the search, and I don't know if any of you play Blackwings. You know, is the support good? Is it actually supposed to help you? I don't know. Because we stopped by, you know, different card shop after this duel, and Homo just bought like 3 copies of all the new Blackwing cards that came out, and he's like, yeah, and I'm gonna spend some time figuring it out. And I was like, damn, dude. Okay. Because like, you know, for the life of me, I don't care about Blackwings. I'm just waiting for December when the new Dark World stuff and the new hero stuff comes out. Throw 3 copies of Ian Shuffle into all my hero decks. When Dark Worlds come out, oh, it's gonna be so nice. It's gonna be throwbacks, bro. Just Grapha Turbo, just keep punching my opponents to the Shadow Realm. I'm gonna very much be looking forward to that. But you know what? We're not here to talk about the future. We're here to talk about the present. And did he search for Bora off of the Raid Raptor card? I'm gonna assume that he did, because that's what it looks like to me. So now what do we have? Okay, so he's gonna use the rank up, probably to go for Arsenal Falcon. Man, I'm trying to remember what he ended on. Those Y-Strix, Arsenal Falcon, and I think he had a synchro as well. But yeah, no, his board was not that impressive, like from last time. Because I'm relatively certain, like, he knows that he can't get the OTK this time. And the card that I have set,
So
I have no idea what it is. Yeah, you know what? I guess we're gonna find out.
So that means you have to pick
Ah, yes. Now I remember. It's called by the grave. So when I picked up the force, I was asking, like, the banishing, if that was cost or effect, right? So the banishing is cost, which means I couldn't chain called by anyway. And it was ironic because I was thinking, like, maybe I should just use called by here, and there would be a reason to do that, because, like, I know he has it in hand, and I know he needs those 3 to be banished to be able to get his Arsenal Falcon out, right? But I didn't. I think it's gonna be fine anyway, because the called by is gonna give me, like, decent value, which I guess we'll find out later. Actually, what I think I could do, instead of allowing, like, preventing the Arsenal Falcon from coming, if I could take it off the board and then chain called by to Arsenal Falcon's ability to come back, then that would prevent him from getting Ulti Falcon. But at this point, like, I realize, like, oh, you know what? I can actually get over Ulti Falcon. Like, it's not, you know, not to talk down on the card, but, like, it's not that ultimate. You know what I mean? You can just punch over it, bro. It's like, oh, unaffected by card effects, blah 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 blah, text. It's like, that's cool. I'm just gonna punch over it. Have fun. You know, works for me. So I ain't gonna pretend like I fully understand what's going on with this guy's combos, but, like, his stuff combos for days, bro. Listen, Konami, can you bring back Vanity's Emptiness, please? Like, just put it at 1. That's fine. I'm gonna play it. It's nice. I like it. It's very, very strong. Because, I mean, if Mystic Mind is a thing, I think Vanity's Emptiness should be a thing. I think Vanity's Emptiness is less toxic than Mystic Mind. Okay? That's my honest opinion. Oh, you can't special summon. That's fine, but I still activate effects, and it makes me feel like I can play the game. Okay? Mystic Mind, you know what? Honestly, though, it's my fault. It's, like, almost 2023. As a Yu-Gi-Oh player, you know, I should be expecting Mystic Mind.
right here.
And the thing is, in this deck, we have no outs to Mystic Mind. 0. None. My only, like, I have no back row hate in this deck. I thought I had it in the side deck. I did not. Ah, Time Thief Redoer. Yes, that's what he's gonna have. So yeah, he's got the Y-Strix, Arsenal, and Redoer. And that Redoer will cause me some problems, but this second game goes on for a little bit of time. Anyway, where was I? Lost my train of thought. Yes, back row. I don't really have back row hate in this deck, right? Like, I was playing against a buddy of mine. He plays trains. Choo-choo, you know? But he flipped skill drain on me. And, like, I just realized, like, the only way that I was going to take the skill drain off was with Lightning Storm. And I can't play Lightning Storm when I have cards on the field. Right? So, like, I have no back row removal now. My side deck, I thought I put a Twin Twisters in. I did not. But I have changed that a little bit. I think I'm putting Harpies. Ah, okay. This is important. So I special the Spirit of NEOS from hand. It summoned successfully. So now I'm going to activate Effective Search, and he's going to chain the Mourner. I called by, because if that Mourner does successfully, like, resolve, it, like, attaches itself as a virus to my card. And me taking 2500 burn for no reason will kill me. It would destroy me. I can't sacrifice that life.
So this one, right?
So yeah, now we're just talking about like the chain links or whatever, trying to figure out like what happened.
Yeah, discard and target.
Because the reason like you use called by is to negate like hand traps, right? Like Ash or something.
This specific.
And in this case, yeah, I was just making sure that like the Ghost Mourner's negated. My effect goes off. It's still good. At least I believe that Ghost Mourner, it targets. You know what? I'll probably put a picture up of the card on the screen so you guys can look it up too. But I believe it's supposed to target, and then it also negates effects. On top of that, if the card that it targets leaves the field, the controller of that card like takes burn damage equal to the original attack of the monster that left the field.
Oh no, because I banished first for cost.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what
Make sure you drink water, stay hydrated. Very important stuff. More importantly, subscribe.
Yeah.
You know, like, comment, interact with this video, so that I can feel like I'm part of a community, guys. Do it for me. Even if you're not going to do it for you, do it for me. You know? Help me out. Help me help you. Help myself. Anyway, so
So that adds.
the search is just resolving, that's it. He's going to get a chance to, you know, declare attacks and such. So now I'm just thinking,
So I'll replay.
right, so
So I'll do these two on these two.
Homeboy is like
2,000 each.
doing some attack calcs. So I'm thinking here, because I do have the NEOS Fusion Engrave, I'm thinking, should I protect the Brave NEOS? Because I've got Poly in hand and the like instant fusion, you know, like instant contact, right? So I know that I can go for the Shining. I tag out the Spirit of NEOS, and it's like, okay, I can do that. But the question is, do I want to? Because if I do keep the Brave NEOS on board,
Is that for any hero or just?
then next turn, when I attack over one of his monsters, I get the search, right? Because the Brave NEOS' effect, after it destroys a monster by combat, you get to search for a NEOS spell or trap. Then I can probably search for like favorite contact or something. You know, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, bro, the called by.
Things work.
Because I know I can't get you that fusion card.
So yeah, here I am. I'm gonna banish the NEOS fusion to prevent the destruction of my Brave NEOS. Because Spirit of NEOS was summoned from hand, you can't exactly destroy it by battle. So good on him. Thanks, mate. And that's it. That's just what we're talking about here. But yeah, like, there have been times when I'm just thinking like, oh man, yeah, Spirit of NEOS is gonna save me, you know, can't be destroyed by battle, and then Homeboy like flips up, you know, Mirror Jade, or I think one time I think it got Judgmented, which was not nice. That's Redoer's effect in the standby. Yeah, it's Redoer's effect. We'll catch that in a second. In the standby, right, he steals my card and then puts it underneath it and be like, oh yeah, haha, I have more materials and I can do things. And it's like, yeah, that's cool, bro. That's cool. That's nice. But the plus side here is he's only got 3 monster cards attached to it. So for each different one, it gets like a different effect, right? With spell cards, draw 1. Trap cards, it's a spin. With monster cards, it's like a dodge, right? Well, I mean, with the detaching of a monster card, Redoer banishes itself until the end phase. With a spell card, you detach to draw 1. With a trap card, you detach to non-target spin. Right, like just send back a thing, compulse. Surely you know what it is that I speak of. But yeah, now it looks like I'm trying to figure out what to do. Because with instant contact, I don't need to have NEOS on the field, right? So if NEOS is in the grave, it's good. Now here I'm reading the Ulti Falcon because I know that if I pop the Arsenal Falcon with Shining, he's gonna get Ulti Falcon, right? It's the effect. And I used my called by on the Ghost Mourner, so obviously, you know, I'm gonna have to deal with Ulti Falcon. So I'm just thinking, can I deal with Ulti Falcon? And I believe the answer is yes. Yes, I can. So I should instant contact here for the Flame Wingman, pay 1,000. So I'm at like 7k life probably.
Yes.
Okay, I will. I'm at 7.
Oh wait.
But yes. Now with this card, if you guys, you know, have
Can I
caught
talk
any
to
other
you?
YouTuber,
Does this only
or like
prevent one die?
any of their channels lately, like the one dude that I highly recommend you check out is like D-Time on YouTube. I'm gonna link his channel in the description, don't worry about it. But he was going on this nice discussion about like this card,
Oh yeah. It's
right? And the writing on this card and the rulings on this card, they're kind of weird,
Up to that many
right? You can look into it for yourself.
Right? Any number of radioactive monsters.
In my opinion,
one
which
one material means it can have
is obviously the correct opinion, because everybody else is probably foolish and wrong, if they disagree with me, that is.
No, if it had 0, it would
It's
just
like-
attack itself.
As long as you can put Neos onto the field or into the graveyard after you summon the card, right, hence the word while, then it should turn the card on like a light switch,
Look at
right? That's
Look it up, bro.
how it should be. But whatever, it doesn't really matter to me.
think about it. If it had 0 radioactive materials,
I don't know what the
it
hell
could
we're
attack up to
talking about
0
here. I think I'm just trying to figure out
It should just be able to attack normally as
how
itself.
Arsenal Falcon works. But it's largely irrelevant. I think I might consider like going for Grand Neos or something, like for the Compulse. But yeah, so there it is. Play the Instant Contact. I should be going for the Flame Wingman. Yes. So we go for the Flame Wingman. What else? I know I have Poly in hand,
Look it up online, but I don't know.
Look at that.
which... Interesting. You know, because like looking back at these duels, you can always think of like better things to do. So I'm thinking maybe I go for like Sunrise. Poly for Sunrise, get Miracle. Miracle for Shining. Something like that. Oh, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, wow, I'm thinking like so hard about something that honestly doesn't take that long to think about. Like, mate, just play your cards, dude. Get your game on, bro. Like, what are you doing? What am I doing here? You know, honestly, I don't even know. And Redoer is a quick effect, yes. So there's that. But yeah, honestly, I just can't wait for Vanity's Emptiness to come back. Like, that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice when Vanity's Emptiness comes back. I'm like, you know what? To keep it balanced, give us Max C back too. Like why not? Like, you play Max C, I play Vanity's Emptiness. The skills are balanced, you know? That seems fair. I think that's good. You know what? Konami should just hire me to be in charge of them. Like, why not? What's going on here? Oh, we probably paused for a little bit because I was calling one of our friends. He was supposed to come by and duel 2. It was his it was supposed to be his day off, but homeboy got called in by his boss, and now, you know, he's at work basically. I tag out the Spirit of Neos for Neos, and I am polying. Yeah, okay, so what I should have done is I could have polyed for the Sunrise instead. That might have been a better play. But I do get the Destruction effect. I can pop up to the number of different attributes on the field. We've got Light and Dark, and that's it.
So 1, 2.
But yeah, if I polyed for Sunrise,
Non-targeting?
then I get Miracle Fusion. I can Miracle Fusion to get the Shining out. But if I Miracle Fusion, then I wouldn't have enough monsters in the grave, I don't think. For for the attack boost, because I need the attack boost to get over Ulti
And
Falcon.
he gains 300 for each monster.
So if I want to save him, I gotta do it now. Yeah.
So yeah, now at this point, he's just discussing his options. Like,
But
because the Shining is a non-targeting destruction, if he wants
But
to
you could-
save his
you could just
redoer,
hurry up
he
to
has to
shoot.
do the banish effect now. And I'm just checking probably the attack on the Shining. It's probably at like, we've got NEOS, Shadow Mist, another NEOS. It's probably an extra 1500, so I think he's at like 4600 attack. And yeah, when I get the Vion back, he's gonna pump up a little bit as well.
oh,
So
but
that's
if
nice. Yeah.
Vion
So
goes,
Chainlink 1, the Shining, Chainlink 2, the Redoer,
yeah, I'll save him.
just to keep it alive. So I'm like, cool. You know, I feel like this was maybe more of a symbolic
And I have
kind of victory, even though, like, you know, the game is still, there's still more to this game to go on, but like, I'm gonna pop the Arsenal Falcon to get the Ulti Falcon out, and then I'm gonna kill the Ulti Falcon, and that's gonna feel good, because normally when I see that card, when I, you know, face that card, I crumple, you know, like a soda can in a hydraulic press, because how do you fight something that has the word ultimate in its name? You know, it's ultimate, bro. Like, what are you supposed to do against that? But in this case, you know what?
for each monster.
I ain't worried about it. I'm about to deal with it. So yeah, he's just discussing whether or not he should put it into attack or defense. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna kill it either way. Like, you put it into defense so you don't take the extra damage. So yeah, that's just a little bit of discussing that we were doing.
If he
And then
if he
just
attacks
reading
with
the effect, because it's
You get burned.
a burn effect,
burned.
right? After the Shining
Damn.
destroys, the Wingman destroys your opponent's monsters, they take damage equal to its attack.
Yeah.
I think it's a regional attack as well,
Dang.
which is kind of lame,
Destroy
but whatever.
monster in battle
And
damage.
he was just wondering, like, does it have to be an attack position for that to work? And it's like, nah,
Oh,
bro.
That's like
Nah.
claiming that.
It just has to destroy.
So I'll put in defense. Yeah.
So here, oh yeah, Brave Neos also gets a little bit of a bump because of E heroes and Neos patients in my graveyard. The Shining gets a buff for every monster, so it's not exactly, you know, a weak card, because I do have an effect veiler in there as well, so it's a plus 300 to the Wingman. But Brave Neos doesn't get any such additions.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you attack with this one first,
Yeah, you know, now that I'm looking back at this, I'm just thinking, like, why didn't I go for the Sunrise play?
This is
Right, that would have made sense. I think my reasoning behind that was like, that's a plus 600 damage that I kind of lose out on, you know, when I go for Sunrise. Even though like Sunrise will give me the plus 200 for having the different attribute, right? But by using Miracle Fusion, by banishing 2 monsters from my grave, that's an additional like 400 technically, 400 damage that the Wingman won't be getting. So I'm assuming that was my reasoning behind it.
35 and 25.
I'll give you 60.
Okay, so I'm assuming that I attacked with the Wingman into the Ulti Falcon,
Oh, I forgot about it.
then the Brave Neos into the Y-Strix, and then I'll trigger Brave
It
Neos
destroys this by
to search.
Actually,
At least I think I'm going to trigger the Brave Neos to
so
search.
we took 35.
I have no idea what we're
35
talking
and
about
I did
here.
this difference. So 11.
We're probably doing like
I
damage
took
calc.
46, right? Yeah, I took 46. If you're attacking this.
We took 35.
Yeah, okay, see, there it is. I'm getting a search. I should search for favorite contact.
Oh, that's fine.
I think that's what I'm going to go for.
We'll take whatever the difference is. So 3k plus, that's what, 21?
14. So I took 46. So I'm at
What do I have in hand, however?
Then I get to search for
I got no idea. But yeah, okay, so there it is. I'm searching for the favorite contact. Why? Well, why not? You know? Well, it's not really why not, because the play that I'm about to make after this is kind of just gross. Right, because you're going to see it in a couple of seconds. And then you know, that's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen.
What did you say?
But yeah, so by having, you know, the favorite contact, I can just get another shining by shuffling out the wingman and the Neos. Yeah, I mean, by all metrics, the sunrise play would have been smarter. It would have also allowed me to do more damage. So let's think here. Well, yeah, this is what I meant by this is going to be kind of gross, because I'm going to link those two off for the devicer. Search, revealing the Nebula Neos. Because, like, this whole thing is supposed to get Cosmo Neos out, right? But just... oh, it just hasn't been working. Like, do I need to buy new sleeves or something? Like, I don't know what's going on with these cards. But they just haven't been working. So, like, what I've done recently is, you know, as I said earlier, like I put Covert Contact back into the deck, and I've increased the amount of Neospatians in the deck. And I've even put Ian Wave. Not Ian Wave. Maybe I should play Ian Wave. No, that's a bad card.
I can take one.
I put Engage Neospace into the deck as well, because it's okay, right? Ooh, so he'll get a draw off that.
Oh yeah? So why'd you get rid of those two just for that? Oh, for your next play.
I was like, yeah, it's a big monster.
And he's gonna use it to draw. Very nice.
Standby. Oh no, sorry, end phase. Standby, whatever. Ooh.
But yeah, I'm just thinking,
I'll draw one.
I probably didn't need the plus, you know.
Draw one card now.
What I should have done is definitely the Sunrise. That would have been smarter. And then you still keep the Sunrise on the board, because, you know, it's a nice card, I guess. Oh man. But yeah, like this game 2 goes on for some time, and it's still not that good. Like this deck,
Fuck.
So when I built the deck, I was inspired by you know, Destiny Hero Mike's build. His stuff was nice.
It's on this side.
Maybe damage stuff.
Am I honest Neosing? Oh wow, okay.
How much should I take?
This
Oh, wait, what does Thomas Hughes do?
Crazy, okay.
Take a-
Yeah, so I was inspired by, you know, Destiny Hero Mike's build, and when I played it at first it was fun, because like
Oh, it's a hero.
on some level I kind of got tired of playing with heroes, because like, yeah, you're comboing, but technically the end board is always the same, right? It's always some variation of like Dark Angel, Dark Law, DPE,
Honestly, I should
maybe Plasma, you know, if you know who you're playing up against. And so when like this Neo support comes out in Power of the Elements, it's like, wow, this is kind of fun, because this is a little different. It's not really combo heavy. Okay, I'm contacting here. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce 2 of them out. I play 2 copies of the Wingman, so
What?
it's fine. Like, it's whatever. But yeah, because the requirements for the oh yeah, we ended up talking about that
Wait,
because
no, you could have.
he could have evenly matched at the end of combat. So when I honest Neosed to destroy his redoer, he would have controlled no cards on the field, and then he could have evenly from hand. And I was just like, but why didn't you? Technically speaking, it still goes the same way. It just ends with the devicer getting banished face down. So like we kind of take it back just to, you know, so we can improve on the way that we play. And yeah, okay, nice. We did catch that. Yeah, it's banished face down because of evenly. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. That is crazy. I'm about to actually resolve this. Yo. No way. No way. That's
This is
crazy.
the first time I've ever resolved that in real life.
Yo.
No way.
For real.
I always resolve that.
That's
How
crazy,
often you
bro.
play Cobra Contact?
That's crazy.
You didn't even play this card.
No, when I had 3.
I'm about to get a nice draw 2 here. I think this might be the first time that I've actually successfully resolved this card.
Wait, it's only one from the deck, one from the hand, right?
Yeah, and then I draw 2.
You got two.
Cut it. How do we roll?
Yeah, wow,
I
okay,
think
cool.
it's better than mine.
Cool.
And,
Because
it's
after
actually-
evenly, right, I have no reason to put things
What does that one do?
on the board, because if I know that I have covert contact in hand,
You
it
can
kind of
ghost
works
spell
out for me
and you
anyway.
can't- No, ooh.
Okay.
You can ghost spell.
That's cool.
You can
Oh,
ghost spell this.
pain.
I
He
only have
ghost spelled me.
34,
Oh,
Which he could have done that.
because,
previously.
honestly, it's-
Yeah,
yeah.
man, we're not the best duelists, huh? But that's why we do this stuff. That's why you record it,
16.
you look back over it, you watch it, and you're thinking like,
Attack.
oh yeah, I could have made
I have
better
0
plays.
I have
Right, I
no
could have done
special
something
No
better.
way. No, you don't.
Now here I normal summon the Grand
You're
Ball.
alive.
No, you're still alive.
You have nothing in
bro.
your hand.
It's a nice
No.
900 points of damage. Bing.
Wait, yeah, then you could have ghost spelled when I
But
activated
yeah,
this
wow, that
last turn. So the pop would have worked.
not ideal. Not ideal at all.
Oh, I could have gotten rid of that. No, whatever.
But yeah, so this is a problem that I have.
That's
Like
my
just
favorite.
closing out the game.
I will drop it.
Right? Like for me, I think it's like cool to play cards. I think it's fun to play cards. And like I have fun playing cards.
Flip side.
Right? So like take the covert contact for example.
What's the defense?
18.
Defense 18.
So yeah, I'm just gonna use Grand
do it
Roll
after?
in the damage step
The start of damage.
to bounce both cards back to hand. Because otherwise I'm taking like 900 points of damage. And let's not do that. Let's not take damage we don't have to. You feel me? But yeah, so it's like a lot of fun to like play cards, right? Covert contact is like a cool card to resolve, I think. I'm like, wow, like when I play that card, I feel like, wow, this is cool. You know, not because it's like a good card or whatever, but it's because like nobody's playing this card. And I just think it's a fun card. Because like Neospatians, no offense guys,
Okay, I will.
atrocious,
Okay.
right? But they're kind of fun. You know, they're like these tiny little, adorable little monsters, you know. They remind me of like my little brother for some reason. I don't know.
I will pass you.
They're just
Is it being
there.
recorded?
Yes.
And it's like they're fun to play with. They're kind of neat,
Yeah. 55.
but they're not very practical.
Drop it in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this time I didn't summon anything onto the field because I was hoping that he was gonna summon something to attack me because I've got Spirit of Neos in hand. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's about to do something. You know, we're gonna make it work.
I didn't use Empress yet.
But no, that's not what happens. We're just kind of drawing bad cards at the moment, let's say. But yeah, I think if I want this deck to work, I should probably up the covert contact to 3 and actually unironically play more Neospatians. Like you guys just saw the Flare Scarab. I don't play Flare Neos in the deck, right? I just put that there just so like covert contact is more likely to resolve. Right, like I'll have the covert contact. Like I play 2 of them. I should probably like I don't know, maybe 3 is kind of bricky.
Get drawing, bro.
You have 6 cards.
But
Why
yeah,
not play?
and there it is. So I play Hero Lives. Right, pay half my life points, and now this is just gonna be like a
Oh, can I
we're gonna end up taking some cards back
Fuck.
because
Man.
Homeboy, I know Homeboy has the Ash,
Sweet. So I'm assuming
but it's
resolve.
like did he set it or not? And
Unless you want me to.
so now we're just talking about that
What is that?
because
Do you want to take that? Effect this
I guess it's kind of meaningless at this point. Like he could scoop. And then it's like, yeah, but like I still have to learn how to close out the game. Anyway, back to what we're talking about here. So he had Ghost Spell in hand, right? And he set the Ash, but he's like, oh, just what if I, took it back, and like I set the Ghost Spell instead. And I'm like, yeah, bro, you can do that. It doesn't matter. Because the reason it doesn't matter in this case is because I'm holding 2 Hero Lives.
Okay, fine.
So like, yeah, I'm down to 2,000 life points now. Like you can see that I just ditched it, right? So it's I'm just letting it happen because I think it was kind of cool. Like if it resolved that way and that's actually how it went down, it would have made for some cool content, don't you think? So yeah, so he's like, wait, how did you get that? Like you can see, Homeboy's like dying. Because like, yeah, bro, I'll shamelessly pay 6,000 life points to try to win this game. So let's
Or just
see.
attack.
Huh?
Just attack.
Yeah, so at this point, I didn't know
What is it?
what his life point count was at. I thought he had like 30-something hundred,
It's the same
but he
as
did not.
Ash.
Because I was thinking,
Okay, fine.
like, I would just attack into the ghost spell, and it's like, you know, what's the attack of my monsters?
I mean,
they're 18, the
would you have
highest, right?
attacked?
Stratos.
100.
But ghost spell has a defense of 16, so I was just double checking. It's like, yeah.
Look in your grave.
Oh, okay.
We see it.
But yeah.
So we're just gonna get Dark Law,
What? Yeah.
and I was asking him if he had a response. He's like, no, you're good. So yeah, we get the Dark Law.
Oh my. Just attack.
Dark Law attacks,
Mash
and then
Dark
Stratos
Law.
attacks, and apparently that's game.
You're still alive even after this. Though.
No, I have.
I do get the search off
Oh, you have 700?
Shadow Mist
I took,
for what that's worth.
I was at 16.
But yeah, I mean, like, compared to game one, and you know what? I think the reason that I didn't go for
matter?
the
If
Sunrise
you
is
got
because,
good,
like,
18.
I have a habit of, like, always going into Sunrise with Liquid,
16.
right? Just for the draw
I
two.
took.
Oh, yeah, in that case,
Because, like, that sometimes it just draws me what I need. Like, more often than not, it draws me exactly what I need in order to win the game.
Oh,
And
this whole time
when I
it's
don't
like-
have that, I don't really feel comfortable going for
no, 'cause I
it.
kept
But yeah,
drawing
no,
these.
so here,
in, like, late
that's
game,
game.
it's kinda just-
And yeah, I'm holding the two Spirited NEOS in hand because I was thinking, like, oh, maybe he's going to attack me with something so that I can actually get,
Yeah,
like,
I
a
mean,
body onto the board,
If I
you know,
didn't
like,
have this
keep my
second
field
lives,
empty or whatever.
if NEOS fusion goes off,
But
okay,
yeah, so compared to game one, game two definitely took some time, right? Like, it took some time. Game three will not work that way.
as long as you don't have Ash on
Not even close, mate. But yeah, as a reminder, subscribe, interact, you know, like, comment, whatever. Game three. Well, if you made it this far, congratulations. This is game three. Now you're probably thinking, oh, well, you know, game one was really short. Game two was incredibly long. Well, game three is probably going to be some average of the two, right? It should be like a medium length game. The answer is no. It was also very, very short because I'm about to get,
Okay.
well, you know, reverse Cosmo Neost is what I say.
No, it isn't.
You're going to see it. So, you know, Homeboy decides, you know what, he's going to take first this time, which honestly, understandable. I don't like it, but not much I can do about it, right? So anyway, Homeboy goes first. He's like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm gonna normal summon my bird, which is like,
Sure.
okay, cool. We don't like birds, you know, because Flunder. Duh. But yeah, so he's gonna go for his bird. I don't think I have hand traps. But yeah, I don't really remember what I was playing here. Because going second, obviously the deck does not work. Right? Its entire point is to Cosmo. But yeah, wow, just like the game before, Homeboy's just bing, 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 bird, bird, bird.
Did
You
this
know?
work against that?
Yes.
Vanity's emptiness, man. I know in this case it doesn't actually help because I'm going second, but like,
Was the one card.
yeah, I'd like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so
Yeah,
he's
it
got the
goes
Y
up.
Strix again, right?
Oh my god.
And it's gonna be like, I remember when I was playing this, it was in this exact moment when I knew, yeah, you know what, you concede. Like, I should have conceded right here, because I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing after this, man. So yeah, Y Strix goes off. That was the only hand trap I have. I only do play Effect Veiler as my hand traps. I used to play Drolls, I think, and now I put them in the side because Eevee's better up against something like, you know, Branded Despia, and
This triggers.
I'm trying to think. Honestly, I think that was
Yeah, I
the
guess it
only
would be this first.
reason I put that in, because my other buddy plays like
You get to- you get to-
his own kind of homebrewed Branded Despia, and
This says if
If it's active.
Eevee is kind of good. But otherwise, yeah, I think Droll is actually a really good card, especially against like the rogue decks or whatever, because it's very strong. Like against heroes, great. Against Blackwings, great. Against, like, honestly, I just think it's a great card because, like, sure, Ash stops the one search, but like you give them one search and you just say, yeah, now you can't do anything else after that, right? It's like they do their things not expecting to get drolled. Then they get drolled and all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, cool, you can't draw from your deck anymore, you can't add from deck to hand. Like, yeah, you can add from banished or graveyard to hand or whatever, but like,
You're going back in, aren't you?
you know, like, obviously Droll's not the perfect card, but I think it's very strong. Anyhow, so now he's got his rank up. So what I should just assume Arsenal.
So then you just.
I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. No. So some things are about to happen.
Turn the other way.
None of which are good for
Oh
me.
yeah, so you guys.
So is that?
Okay.
Um, so yeah, he searched the Strangulanius off of that Raid Raptor card.
Special.
But let's see.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so that just special summons itself. It looks like what he's gonna link. That's probably Bardiche.
Set this.
So he's gonna pick Boots. Boots to search for the trap. It's probably Fogblade, I think that he might go for. But I don't think so. I think what he's gonna go for is the one that summons itself as a monster. Yeah, that one. Tribulanius? Something like that. And then you banish Boots. Now he's gonna search the Fogblade.
Did we target?
Oh no, search the rank up instead. But yeah, like normally, back when I was playing Phantom Knight Burning Abyss, like you'd get Fogblade or something, just because it's a nice card. It's nice. Anyhow, we are getting the rank up. He's gonna want to banish 3.
2, 3.
Sounds about right. And the thing is, like, what I'm expecting to run into here is Ultimate Falcon, right? And I'm thinking, like, okay, that's cool. I can play against Ultimate Falcon, right? I've done it once before. I can do it again. But Homeboy's about to flip something on me that I ain't gonna see coming, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real. So yeah, see, Arsenal Falcon hit support. I'm like, okay, cool. You go from Arsenal into Ultimate, right? Sweet, nothing I haven't dealt with before. I can deal with this. I could not deal with it. What I'm about to experience
All this because you called me.
is, how I want my opponents to feel. And it ain't good. But
Yeah, that was probably the one card
that's
that-
like besides the point. I don't give a shit. I need them to experience this suffering, not me. So, hello, what's going on here? Why am I the one losing? Well, obviously because the deck building is bad. And I'm probably not very confident in how I play, given that my deck building is bad. But it's all a giant cycle of suffering. The Buddha was right, Anyway, back to the children's card game that we're playing here. That card has 2 effects. The Lanius. So the first one lets it just summon itself. The second one lets it summon something from grave.
Yeah,
Which is why I was confused here, because I didn't know that it was 2 effects, right? Because he has 2 copies of the card.
Brought a copy of before.
So I'm like, oh, you already played this card. What's going on?
Okay, so use the
And
first
then,
the special,
yeah.
Not the.
Yeah.
We talk it through. Everything gets sorted out and everything makes sense after the fact. So
Return
it's all good.
1.
And then he's going to use Zephyros' effect to bounce that thing back, and he takes 400 points of damage. Ooh. But it comes back, right? Effectively for free. It's a once per duel ability, but still. I think it's like a little more expensive Denier. That's all it is. But like Denier, mate, you get so much value for that card. It's, you guessed it, atrocious. Anyhow. Bora in hand too, very nice. But I'm pretty sure he searched that, so I knew he had it. And then
It's not what's
it's like it's still the same, because like the moment that Called by the Grave stopped my EV, that's the moment I'm like, yep, I lost. And you're about to witness exactly how bad. So yeah, Raiders Night, like, oh yeah, okay, cool, whatever. That's nice. Thanks, bro. It summons the The Lanius, yeah,
It can be
comes
activated the
out.
turn it was set. If I have no traps in the field.
And it's just gonna overlay again.
So it's a trap monster.
Let's go for
Level 4.
Redoer.
You have a rank up with that.
Let's see. Yeah.
I know the cards you have in hand, right?
Yeah, this one I returned was Zephyr.
So it's
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
what I
revealing that I know the cards he has in hand. Okay, so he sets the one, right? He's gonna end up setting the one. Raider's Knight has an ability, I think, to rank up. You rank up into the dragon. Dark Rebellion. So one of them. I'm pretty sure that's like either Dark Rebellion or Arc Rebellion. Like it's one of those ones. I'll probably put it up on the screen, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, see, after all this has happened, I'm looking at this like, you know what? That ain't bad. My biggest threat is Ultimate Falcon. Draw, standby redoer gets a thing.
Standby phase.
Losing a favorite contact is not nice.
Main phase.
Yeah.
But then,
You have priority or is that?
I mean, if you want to do something, you can do.
and it happens, bro. Homeboy flips the rank up,
Target.
and I'm like,
Spanish one.
I was confused because I'm like, what's this guy going for? You know, what are you ranking up into? And then there it is. You know, I get Cosmo locked, well, like Kali Yuga locked, but like technically speaking, they all function the same, I believe. Right, Kali Yuga, Cosmo, Alti Falcon, like these kind of like turn skip cards. You can't play anything on the board, but Hand and Grave are still available. But yeah, basically all I can do is set cards pass. That's it. So I'm like, wow, very nice. And then I just pass turn here. And you know, technically speaking, passing turn here isn't the worst thing in the world. Because I should have access to Spirit of NEOS.
Do your cards?
He doesn't have piercing,
No.
as far as I'm aware. So I'm like,
You
cool.
probably have that NEOS card.
Was not cool, man. Was not cool. But yeah, so at least I'm assuming that I've got
If
the
I
Spirit
attack
of
with one
NEOS in
monster,
hand,
you
mate.
take the damage? Oh, you don't take the damage at all.
No, you have a sponsor. Because you get the option to replay that.
I get the
If I can replay card.
Yeah, okay, there it is. So I got the Spirit of NEOS, and I don't know if y'all heard my dog bark, but ignore that. Anyhow, yeah, so Spirit of NEOS hits the board. Basically saves me. Literally, like,
Yes.
saves me.
So if it's summoned successfully,
But-
then I get to activate the
Then it doesn't really matter
Does that have to stay on the
because
field? Like, can
he's
I
got Redoer.
Chain Redoer.
Like if I didn't give him the trap,
target it, and then put it back on top of the deck. Like, can I do that?
then I would have had a chance.
Does that have to stay on the
But
field?
he got my favorite contact.
The search
Actually,
was still-
didn't matter. He had
Search will still
he made Redoer with Lanius.
But if you redo
So, yeah.
it, then I lose.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, so I'll Redoer it.
I guess the only way I would have survived that is if I maybe top deck Veiler, and I Veilered his Redoer, and then we do the Spirit of NEOS. But like I didn't have Veiler. I didn't have Veiler.
Oh, and it doesn't target.
It just places that card on top of the
But yeah, and there it is. It's like, yeah, I get the search off of the Spirit of NEOS, but it doesn't actually save me. Unless, oh yeah, okay, so now I know what I'm like thinking so hard about. Because I know that if I have Mask Change in hand, right? And I know that if I get to Mask Change this out, I get
Yeah, I think.
I get Koga. But the thing is, so Redoer resolves first,
Oh, you can do that.
bouncing Koga back to my hand because it doesn't target for the bounce, right? Now what I just wanted to know was like, do I get Koga's effect to half? And the answer is no,
But then redo
right? Because even though like Koga was summoned successfully,
That's a light,
because Redoer bounced it out first, Koga doesn't even have a chance to activate,
and then Redoer.
right? And I'm pretty sure its condition is
How does that work?
if.
It doesn't target.
Yeah, so
right? But it would still be in a separate chain, so Redoer prevents
Oh, yeah,
Koga.
it never targets.
Otherwise, like Koga's actually like really beefy here, right? It's
Activate
getting
Koga's
plus
effect,
2,000.
So it
So that's a
feels
4.5k monster. Like, if not for Redoer, he would not have been able to do anything. But he had Redoer,
I go in here.
and like I'm like searching here thinking it's gonna make a difference, but it's not. It's not. It doesn't. Because of Redoer.
Yeah, so I guess that one would be gone, right?
And because I didn't top deck Veiler. Like, it is what it is, man.
But what, like,
It
what
is
would
what it
happen
is.
if
Because like if it stays.
Oh, okay,
then
yeah.
it's
Now we're just talking through it because like I could survive, right? Like I'd survive until next turn because I do get Koga's ability to banish the Spirit of NEOS. I can reduce the attack of his monsters by 2,500. Koga is a giant creature, can't get over it, whatever. But like, this is just us like kind of speculating at this point because like it's game. I've lost, right? Redoer is gonna deal with the Koga because we're just thinking like if Koga does still,
But
you know, like activate and resolve.
So
If
this
it does,
loses
like,
attack?
doesn't make much of a
what, like
difference.
that's assuming Koga stays on the board.
And
Redoer still has to.
honestly, I should like probably have looked that up after the fact. But yeah, like at this point, that's it.
Yeah.
I got nothing left in hand. Unfortunately, Spirit of NEOS is a once per turn effect. Konami, please give errata, because otherwise it's meaningless. But yeah, and that's it. And that's game 3. I got Kali, you good, bro.
That's crap.
Be what it is, man.
This whole time I
Be
was
what it
afraid
is.
of ultimate clock.
But yeah. I mean, you know what? I didn't get to get the Cosmo lock off,
Fucking, I
but
think
in a way, my opponent did.
better to go.
And isn't that what this is really
Because
all
you have to get
about?
over it in battle.
Who can Cosmo lock the other person first? And if it is, I'm disappointed.
This one is just.
I would like a refund
Yeah, it goes off.
of like my money, but more importantly, my time. But it is what it is. Anyway, see y'all in the next one.